Oh, all right. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy pre-Thanksgiving if you celebrate that, all right? If you don't, ignore that message. All right. So y'all know what I'm doing. I'm turning my cards all right side up before I shuffle. We're going to get started here this morning. So, another chapter in the saga of the bullshit that I have to deal with. Well, I don't have to. Okay. So this woman here, Miss Zarita, will not leave well enough alone. So you did some work on me last night. She keeps doing something to my ear. I don't know if this is, well, I'm here trying to gather my downloads, trying to figure out what it is that I know. Right? What's, they're gone now. Okay. What's going to be said? What am I going to say this time? Okay. Because even when I was working at the fair, the psychic fair that I work at, as I began to work with people I felt that in my ear. I said, okay, so this is some shit, some her black magic witchcraft, okay? Trying to figure out and understand what it is that I know, what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm saying, okay? In regards to, I'm hearing my magic. Okay, all my magical gifts, all right? But nevertheless, now, one thing if you've been watching me and following my story here, okay, I'm going to show this girl's picture. I forgot to go look for it, but I'm going to show her a picture. Okay. She looks like that now, at least the last picture I saw of her, but not that much because she done had surgery and shit, blasted something surgery on the gut, and taking Ozempic, which I didn't know why you would need to do both. But she's got what's that stuff called when a person is not happy with their body and they think that they might be thin, but they still think they're fat. Body dysmorphia. She's got that really bad. Okay. This girl's got a lot of mental issues and mental instabilities. So does her mother. Okay. And it's kind of a shame for you all that know that this girl had mental instabilities, including the lady who raised me. But yet you used her, okay, to do this against anyone. It doesn't matter who it is, me, anyone. When you know the girl had mental instabilities. Okay. Now I know I can talk about the girl pretty rough on here and know she's watching into her. She got mental instabilities, but she knows what she's doing. She's clear. Okay. She's clear. Trust. Okay. And 2+ pictures would show like I said, I haven't seen this girl in 9 years. I think 9 now. Okay. I don't know. Okay. She's older too, but the person looks like they look. The spirit is different. Like I said, there's been either a selling of the soul, maybe a destiny swap with someone. I shouldn't say with someone, done to someone. Okay. Probably, some demonic possession. Okay. And when I find that picture, that woman that raised me, what she turned into, you would say, oh, there's definitely some demonic possession. Like I said, everybody who sees that picture jumps back from the screen. I know she probably watching like, well, what picture is it? Yeah, I know. So anyway, so what you have done is, like I've been saying, try to gather as many people as you could, to try against me, to try to destroy me, etc., for money, comeuppance, okay, just evil-hearted, okay, jealousy, envy, so on and so forth, and the like, okay. But you know how they say, I don't even know where it came from. I guess some rap song, no, something about knowing the assignment and shit. This is what I have been assigned to. Okay. So you have tried to gather up more people. Okay. The young man that I met in the gym, Dion, I'm gonna just say his fucking name. Fuck it. Okay. I just can't stop thinking about you. All right. I liked him. Okay, but anyway, you fucked around with my job and tried to set it up so I wouldn't ever work there, but I did. Okay. And I'm still going to look into seeing if I can sue them. Sue that district. Okay, for that. I meant to call last week. You have gotten so many people involved. And the sad thing is, it's like I really want to just blame Zarita, but I can't. Okay. Because this is something that, sure, she has done wholeheartedly and gung-ho, been gung-ho about it. But the thing about it is, her mother and lady who raised me, this is a concerted effort here. But you all have gotten so many people involved in this, and it's so sad because all the like one person told me from bird's eye view, they're the ones going through all kinds of backlash and negative energy, and you're not, and I'm not. Despite what Brianna Joe Bellamy with her crazy ass, who, I kind of feel like now it's like I look at it like if you, this woman was saying my name all over the place, like the one content creator was saying, she said I couldn't tell if she liked you or not, and it was like, well, the, those are probably old. Oh, we talked about it on live. Those are probably old videos we were listening to. Uh, you did something to her mind. Her mind was already kind of shaky, okay? But apparently most of you all's minds are shaky, okay? Um, and I haven't skipped a beat in my life in living, okay? Not one. I'm gonna turn off my air now. Now, I'd like to say that this, like I've been saying, started, I don't know, maybe 2019 or something. But when I look back on things, like, no, they had been doing things to you, energetically with the black magic. The lady who raised me, she's been doing it since I was born. Okay, all right. But no, they have been doing things to you. Okay. Maybe things got a little shaky for them when I started my YouTube channel back in 2019 because, this thing of not supposed to be being seen and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if my birth mother's family has played a role in this at all. And I kind of don't think so. Maybe some, I don't know. Okay. And I never really asked. Well, in my private time, I've asked, but it's been a long time. I don't remember the answer. Maybe we can find out today, see what we can find out. But anyway, I haven't skipped a beat. Okay, the refrigerator been full, the closet been full and overflowing. I got a bag of clothes now that I'm getting giving away that I bought since this has been going on. I've been working, steadily working, despite what you all have tried to do with that. Okay, been housed despite what you all have tried and are trying now to do with that. That's what this video is about this morning. Okay. Transportation, all of these things that you've tried to set out to do. Okay. Tried to get me up off of I guess YouTube. I mean, I don't understand that. Nobody has stopped doing what they're doing and living their life and being who they are because of what you all are doing in the background. Okay, because of some paper you signed or some vow you made and all of this type of thing. Okay, no communication with any of you all. Like I said before, that is perfectly fine with me. Okay, because I really wasn't talking to y'all before I came to Cleveland. No, before I came back to Cleveland, I'm talking about years ago. Anyway, okay, not for any particular reason. I was just living my life, minding my business. Okay. I can't even say for the lady who raised me that I was too shocked by finding out, okay, I really wasn't. It just answered questions about you, ma'am. Okay, when you watch, if you're not watching now, and your behavior toward me. That's all it did. It's like, okay, well, now I see all these questions I've had since I was a little girl, okay, that I can remember thinking. All you did was answer the questions. Okay. Oh, that's all this did was had my video. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, well, I guess I can't play that. I'm not sure why it stopped. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's all it did. Okay, but hold on, because I want to. Well, it doesn't really matter. That's all it did. So, I mean, it's no surprise. Okay. It was no surprise. I got kind of a side um, thing here I'm wondering about. Hold on, let me see. Mm-hmm. Okay. They've been doing things. So, like, one time, this is kind of a side note. This is kind of going in line with what I'm saying about you have been doing these things, have been doing it, been doing your energetic shit, or you're trying to set me up and all of this type of thing. Long before I got on YouTube. What's that girl's name? There's one girl here, this woman who raised me, one of her, a distant great nieces. I've mentioned her, Phoenix. So one day, her and this other girl I'm talking about, and one of their other cousins was over, and this girl had a little girl, a daughter. The little girl was just had no uh, discipline. Okay, she probably thought she did, but you know, and I can't remember what the little girl was doing, but she started spitting. Okay, I'm older than these women here. Like I said, I'm 12 years older than them. Now I know y'all nowadays this world, I guess it's supposed to be soft parenting, letting the children do whatever the fuck they want to do with, and it's not about. It's about guiding them on how to be a human. Okay, it's not about hurting the child, this, that, and the other, and it's just really a lack of knowledge because there's a such thing called human development and what where human beings are at certain points and stages in their life. And this whole thing of letting them decide, they don't even have the brain capacity at certain ages, okay, to make full head-on um, choices and decisions that will be in their best benefit and not and not hurting themselves or others. Okay. It's just human development. It ain't have nothing to do with people's attitudes and egos and opinion and all of that type of shit. No, it's called human development. Okay, this is what the manual tells you. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Okay, and then you have powers, principalities, rulers that sit in high places, spiritual wickedness in high places, who telling people any fucking thing through these apps and various media and various other means. Okay, there is a book I was watching this video this guy mentioned yesterday. It's called How something about how the Illuminati or something like that to make a total mind control slave or whatever. And media is in that book. That's one of the means. Okay. I've been watching these videos lately, and some of the things that I've seen these talks about that they're saying is stuff I've been saying right on here. To me, I just thought it was common sense, but apparently it's not. But especially in the world realm where the mind has been taken over by these spiritual wickedness forces that sit in high places, these forces. Okay, so somebody like me come along, okay, my female woman self, I mean my black woman self, that bitch don't know what she's talking about, okay, or that bitch is crazy, okay. Okay. But then if I make a post where I show you some white man is saying it, then you won't even acknowledge that I said it. You say, I was watching this video where this white man was saying blah, 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 blah. He right. And he had been watching me the whole time. I understand. Okay. That's one of the programs, one of the ways in which humanity has been programmed, okay, to ignore, okay, people such as myself, okay, especially people that have been, I guess, I don't know, put on some list or some energetic list or whatever to say ignore that person, okay. Why ignore that person? Because that person coming with the truth, okay. That's one we want to crucify, okay. But anyway, so the little girl started spitting. I don't think so, honey. The fuck? Okay. That shit needs to be put in fucking check. Okay. And I did. Now, I didn't yell at her, scream at her. I think I raised my voice, and she got right in line. Okay. And then she came over and sat in my lap. Of course she did. Okay. I don't know, maybe she was 3 at the time. Of course she sat in my lap because uh, human beings need, even the animal kingdom has boundaries and limits. Okay. You would think that though the children who you let just run amok and do whatever will give you the most love, they don't. Working in the schools, the children who get the most discipline in the room. Now, if you think discipline means hitting and whooping and all of that kind of stuff, then you're sadly mistaken. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, who are giving some discipline, some guidance, and some direction, that they're the ones that give you the hardest classes that I've had, especially in elementary school. The most challenging, hardest classes that I have been where I've gotten the most. Um, you know, how they draw pictures and tell you they love you and hug all of them. Those classes, okay, because they're thankful, the innate something in them that wants boundaries, guidance. Okay, not just to be. Hold on for a quick second. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Boundaries, guidance. That's love. Because they're living in this great, big, vast world and they need to know how to be in it. And the expectation is that the authority or the adult is going to teach them. Okay. Not that bullshit they selling y'all here on these fucking apps. Okay. From some fucking agent or some power principality from on high. Okay, that's that claim that they're this great doctor or whatever, and we're just gonna sell you a line of bullshit because we know that you're gonna buy it. And then your children run amok. Okay, wild as fuck, can't function for goddamn the brain. They've missed certain building blocks in their brain because it was never given to them. So that when they decide to open up these camps and whatnot, they will throw your children in them and say, well, you know, they are a menace to fucking society. Not the fucking jail and the prison and whatever they got now. Not the what is that called, the juvie and all of that kind of stuff. Not anything that you have to go through no kind of due process. No, fuck the due process. This is the due process. We're gonna wrangle their asses up and put them in these jails and these prisons and whatnot. But nevertheless, back to this story. No, these camps. Okay. So maybe about a week later, she DMs me and says that she was having trouble with her because she be wanting to fuck her up. And I got back to her. I said, well, you can't do that. You can't fuck her up. Okay. And then I said whatever I said, you know, on it's not easy having a child. It's not. Okay. So I remember when I had my daughter, this was before she had hers, and I don't know, she was about 4. She said something flip at the mouth to me. And this same person says to me, ain't no little kids gonna be talking to me in your kind of way. I said, okay. Yeah. And then when you have yours, that she's spitting on you. And you're in my inbox asking me, bitch, what do I do? And I responded, but she never said anything after that. And I thought that was so unusual. And people would do that a lot. And I was like, why would she do that? You come in my DM, you telling me you want to fuck your kid up, your child up, and you're asking me for some guidance. I give it to you, but then you don't say anything ever, not through the DM, not through when I see you face to face, nothing. So was the expectation that I was going to say, did you want me to write in there, yeah, fuck her ass up? Oh, is that what you wanted? so that it could be said at some point in time, see, look what she said. I don't know, maybe I'm stretching, but with all this, it's like, girl, they've been doing shit to you. They've been trying to set you up, been trying to make you say stupid stuff and all of that for years. Sometimes I did. Dumb. And not dumb because just I didn't have the sense. Dumb because I didn't pay attention to the red flags and was living in a space and place of denial. And sometimes saying what I thought these motherfuckers wanted to hear. Okay. Because I had been obviously and felt it since I was here roaming around with these motherfuckers, the rejected one. Okay. I don't give a fuck at this point in my life. Thank God about your fucking rejection. Thank God rejection is God's protection. Okay. So no, you can't, but I wouldn't have said that anyway. You can't fuck the little girl up. You have to guide her and teach her and tell her you can't spit at and on people. Okay. Okay. I got to make a whole nother video about that topic. So anyway, so what you all have been doing is you've been gathering people. The only thing that I can imagine that you could say to anyone that will say, yeah, I will join you in trying to destroy a person, especially a person I don't know, is we're going to pay you a lot of fucking money. But see, nowadays people don't need a lot of money. They just need some money. And then you all have a spirit and a heart of evil anyway. So you enjoy. It don't even necessarily have to be a lot. You enjoy, you sit back and you enjoy. It's entertaining for you to try to hurt and destroy and dismantle someone, even if you don't know the person. Yeah, I did it. This is not a black thing, a white thing, Chinese thing. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a human problem. Okay. But then when it happens to you, because it most definitely is going to happen to you, then you're crying and begging someone to help you. And sometimes you won't speak about the role that you played in doing that to someone. And now it's just back on your doorstep. You're not going to talk about that. But the only thing that I can imagine that, like I said, people would say, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll participate. Again, like I said about them old women, okay, you were probably rejected or felt rejected. I wasn't with the cool kids in the fucking high school. High school has such a strong impact on people. I don't know why, but it's something in human development at that stage of life. It has such a strong impact that it stays with them damn near to the day they die. Okay, just can't move on from it. Okay, that money, again, this is entertaining for you, wanting to be part of the group. Again, that rejection thing, wanting to be with the cook, get part of the group. Okay. And just sometimes I remember I was talking to an older person one time, and she said to me that how she found in her life that she enjoyed inflicting pain on people, physical pain. She didn't grow up knowing that. She's told me, she's just conversation. She said, I found that I enjoyed it. Okay. And then the pain was inflicted on her. Okay. But she found that she enjoyed it, but didn't sound like it was anything that upon the discovery that she worked to tame. She didn't join no clubs and groups and all that kind of thing where, everybody in there like that shit, or people come in volunteer who like pain being inflicted on them, and she was able to go there on Saturday night, maybe once, twice a month and do that. No, she was inflicting it on her children and on those around her. Okay. People who didn't ask for it. People who didn't like it. Okay. And her children grew up hating her fucking guts. Okay. And she ended up marrying a man who inflicted pain as well. And that's what he did, inflicted pain on her fucking ass. Because she liked doing it to people. So then I guess the universe says so. then that means you must like it being done to you. And it was. And it wasn't no, they were talking about an older person who came from a different time period who, you know, there was no, I'm educated and I can leave this motherfucker and go get me a job, take care of myself and all these goddamn children out of it. No, it wasn't that. She stayed there and got that pain inflicted on her ass. Today she died. Okay. All right. Anyway. So again, I can only imagine. I said, well, besides those things, I said they must be offering them money. Now you know, went to the school. You saw Bree over there talking about me all happy and nice, and then got hurt involved. Okay, fucked with her mind, as we saw the other day. Okay, like I said, she was already on shaky ground mentally anyway. Okay, the people at the gym and your weird ass fucking family. Okay, so on and so forth. I knew it was coming because you're following me. You're getting online. You're Googling my name. And you're finding out where I live. Now, a whole bunch of y'all probably have done that. It got to be something. She got to have been arrested or something. No, never. No discipline at the schools with children. None of that shit. And it's amazing to me how people feel. There are people, not all people, who feel that you can't be that. You have had to have done something. No, you're looking in a mirror at yourself. That's your life, what you do. Okay, that's your path to whatever you're supposed to learn and grow and all of that type of shit from that. There are people out here who haven't done a whole lot of lived a bullshit life and have done bullshit to other people. There actually are. Okay, and I ain't putting you down if you have. So I said, this bitch is going to try to do something in terms of my living, where I live. I don't live on the first floor of where I live. So I'm sitting there waiting. I shouldn't say like I was looking for it to happen, but I knew it was going to. I get up this morning like I always do. I walk to where I got to go to bathroom and kitchen, all that type of shit. And I'll get a phone call 6 something in the morning. At the fuck? Some people downstairs, can you quit banging? Banging? I'm not banging anything. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm walking. Oh, it just sounds like banging. Can you stop? No, I'm not banging shit. You know, I'm not going to stop walking. Where I live now, I've been here for 2 years, and you've been here for like a year and a half. I've always lived above you. The fuck are you talking about? And I let them know I don't really appreciate you. I don't like this. I don't appreciate this. Well, maybe you change your car. I haven't changed shit. And we're not gaslighting me. Been there, done that. So we're not gaslighting my motherfucking ass. Now, next time I see this person, I will let them know, did this person approach you? Just like I told my daughter's father, I don't give a fuck what that lady told you. It's going to be in your best bet not to get involved. I told him that over 2 years ago. But apparently, you did get involved. You're not going to get a motherfucking thing. She's lying to you. But because you all had a big group, then it was going to have to work, right? Besides all the lies that was spread and that the seeds of lies they planted in your head about me, you knew it was you knew it was going to work. We're going to get this bitch and get paid. Do not gaslight me, motherfucker. Ain't nobody got new shit. If I got new carpet, you would know. Anything that was happening up here in terms of fix it up or change it up or whatever, you would fucking know. However, I have sat here and listened to all the shit that you have going on in your parties or whatever the fuck y'all got going on down there since the moment you moved in. Oh well, my motherfucking ass. Well, call us. No, I don't call. I'm not calling you about shit because people need to live the way they, if you, I choose to allow you to. If you having fun, then it ain't no drugs, it ain't no alcohol. He ain't beating his fucking wife and his children and all of that type of shit. Okay, we're not in danger. They just have guests over and they're laughing, having a good time. That's what people are supposed to do and are allowed to do in their home. That does not bother me. But you're not going to call me at 6 o'clock in the morning because I walked across my floor about banging. Like I told him, I get up every morning at this time and walk, do the same thing. Get up, sit on my bed for a little while, go for my walk to the toilet and whatever the fuck else in my kitchen, so on, get some water, so on and so forth. Just like I do every day at this time. Oh well, don't bother me. Now the thing about it is, you have your weird mother, the lady who raised me, have gotten people involved and new people, rounding up new folk. Okay. And they're stupid to agree to it. I don't give a fuck what. I just couldn't imagine. Now, this is me. What could a person say to me for me to agree with I will participate in trying to hurt and harm another human being? We gonna pay you. Can't pay me enough. Because first of all, it's just fucking wrong. Leave that motherfucker alone. I'm not gonna participate in no shit like that. What kind of weird shit is that? Now that's what's satanic. What kind of weird evil ass shit is that? Number one. Number two, how much you with your ghetto ass gonna pay me? Bitch, who are you? Oh, well, she got money too, and we gonna get all this money if you participate and do this. So we gonna give you some. Oh, the city officials is involved. Oh, and when the city officials decide to turn on me and then throw me in some jail cell or prison cell, because that's what the fuck is going to happen. Whether you succeed or not, that's what the fuck's going to happen. They're going to turn on your motherfucking ass. Duh. At some fucking point in time, for whatever reason, whatever political shit or whatever they got going on in the background that your dumb ass don't know shit about. When somebody, one of their peers decide to blow the lid on them, then they're going to get everybody, all the little dummies up under them and turn on your motherfucking ass. See all this evidence, what this person did to this person. That's what's going to happen. Number two. Number three, just simple laws of, I don't know, you all say these things, but you don't believe it. Karma will go around, come around, you reap what you sow. It's not something that will not be. It's called the fucking, it's just like natural laws of the universe. If you throw something up, it's going to come down, duh, like what the law of gravity. That's just how shit goes. And when it hits that ground harder than it did when you threw it up. You threw it up, it was like it glided up like a ball. Just it glided up. It didn't hit anything, but when it came down, bam, bam, and it bounces. Keeps hitting it, keeps hitting it, keeps hitting it, keeps hitting it. Just duh. So I don't give a fuck who you are. You decide to do that to a person, me, or whoever, you're dumb. You're evil. You're spiteful. You think that's the way of the world. You don't know shit. Now, these people that I'm referring to that I live in the same house with, these motherfuckers aren't even from here. Did you ask them if they got that, whatever the immigration shit is? Did you ask them if they got all their papers? You know, like the slaves back in the day for their freedom. Did you ask them did they have all their papers? No. Oh, you just heard them speaking English. Now, I could be wrong. We're going to find out in just a second. You just heard them speaking English and just assumed, huh? Did you ask them about their business? Confirmation. Did you ask them about their business? Is their business, is it incorporated or whatever it's supposed to be? Are they paying their taxes on that shit or anything? Did you ask them any of that shit? Okay. Now, if they were dumb enough to say, yeah, I'll participate, that's on them. Because when that Trump shit with all that immigration shit, they were worried than a motherfucker. I know they were. I know you are. But it take a long time to get and this, that, and the other. Well, you sounds like you better get on that shit. I don't know. I'm not in that position. I would be if I guess if I went and lived in another country. Okay. Some other these countries don't play about that shit. Okay. America have. But apparently Trump like not no more motherfuckers. What is yes? Okay. For those who may be new here, stop please. What is no? Okay. Thank you. Stop please. Is she following me physically? Thank you. Stop please. Does she know where I live? Now, I don't haven't talked to this girl in years. I have not announced to nobody on this app or nowhere else where I live. I did say I live in Shaker Heights. That ain't like one street. It's a suburb. Did she approach my downstairs neighbors to get involved in this shit with these people gathering against me to destroy me? Yes. And that's nice. That's a nice big swing. Did she promise them that they were going to get some money to harass me? Thank you. Stop, please. So is the point to get me kicked out of this house? Bitch, you better think again. But even if I were to, I will be in bigger and better. How's that? So is she trying to find out who the owner of the house is? Uh-huh. Stop, please. Has she found out? I see everything that you have done and are doing. If it hasn't happened to you, it's going to. Now, I honestly, based off of the shit that I be telling y'all that I've gone through and so on and so, I honestly, when they moved in, I thought the man was some kind of agent. I'm not going to lie. So let's find out. Is the man who lives below me who called me this morning? Is he an agent of some sort? Okay. See, bitch, you just approach any goddamn body. You just dumb. It's big yes. Now I don't know the agent of what. Okay, let me see. Is he some kind of government agent? Okay. I don't know if the American government, I mean the US government or some wherever he from government. I don't know. um is it the US government that he's some kind of agent for? No. Okay, thank you. Stop, please. I'm not gonna. I hope I didn't say where he's from. I might have. I don't know. Wherever he's from, is he an agent for that government? Okay, so you just dumb. Thank you. Stop, please. Okay. Is he doing some kind of work with the U.S. government? Okay, you're just dumb. Just approach any old body. Okay. Did she know any of this about this man that lives downstairs? No. You just think everybody's like you. You just think they're like you, dumb and desperate, self-loathing. Now, I don't know if, I mean, like, you just walked right into something. Her doing that, did she just walk into something that would be to her detriment? See just how dumb you are? Simply because you want to, and you being told to do this by your weird mother, that lady who raised me, because you want money, like that video you made where you had been crying and tried to pretend like you hadn't been. And somebody told your motherfucking ass, obviously, that you were spending too much money. But I just want to buy things that make me happy. I just want to be happy. That's all I ever heard from you when I was talking to you. I want to be happy, and you think it's in things. Okay. Well, there's nothing more I can say to your motherfucking ass. You think glamour and things and all of the fake shit you do to yourself is going to make you happy. And I want to be better than her, then I'll be happy. And if I see her down and out, then I'll be happy. No, you will never be happy because the happiness you seek is right where you are, but you refuse to. You don't like yourself. It's not my issue, not my problem, not my fault. You stay somewhere and you stay up under somebody who has been uh, tr- trying to destroy you. And I told you, Karen told you, Phoenix told you, damn near everybody you have come across have told you, but that's what your choice. And I've said it over and over again. You think that this, I don't know. Okay. She done fucked with your head. Now, everybody ain't gonna do what I did. And when I walked away, I thought that woman was my birth mother. I didn't give a fuck. Everybody's not gonna do that. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. You're not putting me out of shit. Now I'm gonna ask this. This family here, this girl's family, obviously have been involved in some witchy poo and all that kind of stuff for God knows how many generations. This particular girl that I'm talking about, her mother, her grandmother, had 4 children. Only one lived. All these children was dying. When the last one died, I was born at that point. I was little. 5 or some shit like that. 4 or some shit like that. I don't remember. He was, I think he was a teenager. Okay. Thought he was a cousin. So we used to play, go to their house all the time and play. Played with this boy all the time. And the next thing I know, he's dead. Okay. I'm a little girl. The lady who raised me told me at the repast at the house. Now I was little. I wouldn't have remembered this, okay, or I may not have even been in the room. They had a brother who was he was an alcoholic. Okay, very loud, just really loud. And he made a comment. He said, "Oh, you just can't keep none of them, can you?" Oh, well, okay, that's the wrong thing to say, But yeah, he was alcoholic, and I don't think he was all the way there. Of course, who wouldn't have thought that that was strange? Who? All your children except one die. All of them. Now I can't remember what this young man. I don't remember what he died of. I don't know. I guess he was sick or something. Supposedly, at this point. And then you got all this shit with whose child belong to who, and is that person's child, and that ain't that one's child, and that one is that one's child, and okay, whatever. Now, since you all, this is apparently what your family does. You sacrifice people. Okay, let me ask. I could be wrong. Okay. This woman who raised me, her family, do they sacrifice people for comeuppance? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Stop, please. Has this been going on in their family for generations? No. Thank you. Stop, please. Did it begin with the lady who raised me, with her generation in that family? Mm-hmm. Okay. Whatever, honey. Her sister, I don't want to say her name, her sister, who 4 of her children died, were any of those death sacrifices in that family? Okay. All right. Okay. Stop, please. Was the baby that died, was that a sacrifice? Okay. No. Thank you. Stop, please. Was the lady who became a nurse, was her death a sacrifice? Okay. Thank you. Stop, please. Was the boy that I knew, was his death a sacrifice? You're not going to do that to me. Period. None of you. Not one. Not nam one. And maybe this is why your mother has them weird ass diseases. That even you said, ugh, I don't want to change her dressing. It's gross. Shit you ain't never heard of before. Now, I'm not saying that the lady who raised me, her sister, was the one who sacrificed them. I don't know. Was the lady who I'm talking about, the lady who raised me, her sister, whose children died, some of them were sacrifices, was she the one that sacrificed them? Mm. So this is directly in your bloodline. Did others assist her with that, in those sacrifices and sacrificing them? Okay, stop, please. The lady who raised me assist her in sacrificing any of those children. Okay. Now, bitch, you can sit there and watch and get mad all you want. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Because what you're gonna do is you gonna leave me the fuck alone. You're not going to get me kicked out of a motherfucking thing. And you just approach somebody, you don't know who he is, what he's about, where he's from, you don't know anything about him. Now, government agent or whatever the fuck he is, one thing I do know, he was concerned about them goddamn papers. She's got papers. Y'all remember that? On me. Y'all remember that? I'm sure some of you do. Okay. And whatever the little witchy poo you keep doing, trying to get in my ear and all of that kind of shit. Okay. And the movement that comes with it. Yeah, I feel it. In fact, let me ask this question. The lady who raised me, her nephew, his name was Andre. He just died one day. I just get a call, he's dead. Okay. This is when I had left. Or a text. I think I got a text from my dad. I was gone. I was never going back around there. Oh, okay. And this was this after I found out the truth or before? I can't remember. When I say the truth, I mean that this lady was not my birth mother. I can't remember because I knew that he was involved. All I knew at that point was that the mother was trying to kill me. I don't know why. I don't give a fuck. It was another sister of hers. She had 4 children. All but one died. But they were grown. I mean, they were older people. You know, they lived, had lives, children, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Did I ask? I don't remember. Okay. Andre, his death, the lady who raised me, his nephew, was that a sacrifice? Was his death a sacrifice? Okay. Which I kind of, come on, y'all. Because it was weird. And like I said, the person who told me was my father. This person, he ain't on that side of the family. He come texting me. Your cousin Andre died. And this was early on in this shit when I first left that house. Early. So how come she didn't tell me? How come she didn't text me or call me or text me, email me, whatever? How come she didn't tell me? Okay. He was a police officer. But he was corrupt. Got sent to jail for I don't know, stealing money that I don't know, I guess that they money that they would get from, I don't know, bust or whatever that they had in the station from, I don't know, but people's criminal activities or whatever, stealing some of that money, which probably wasn't new. He probably had been doing it. And his girlfriend ratted him out. Interesting. So this was early stages, but at this point, I did, what I'm about to tell you, I did know that this woman wasn't my mother. So I'm at the corner store, okay? She was there, his girlfriend was there. And I was coming out, she was going in, and I spoke to her. But I just said hi, and I kept on going. She grabbed my arm, and I looked at her and said, I know what you grabbing my arm for, but don't grab my arm. Oh no, I just want to say hi, I just want to speak, You can speak without grabbing my arm. You don't need to touch me. Put your hands on me. And she said, how's your mother? And I looked at her, I said, because I'm thinking, girl, lady, And I said, she's not my mother. And she looked at me. She didn't say, girl, what you talking about? Girl, where you get that from? And she just looked at me like, yeah. Okay. So she comes telling me, she said, when all that was going on, I didn't give her much information. I said to Andre, why are you doing that to Nikki? Nikki loves you. Okay, so come on, people. And his attitude, well, I don't care. Yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to be involved in this shit. And since you were a police officer, I think he was retired at that point, but he was still working there. Not like he used to, work the street, but I think he was just at a desk or something like that. However that goes, you can get your little police officer friends and buddies to help assist with this. They're just like Philippe with his little police officer friends and buddies that used to come to that fucking gym. I don't know. I don't remember all of our conversation, but boy, I wish I had been in the mind. Now I wish I had been in the mind to ask her, well, what do you mean? What? Tell me the specifics. But I didn't. I just said, mm-hmm. So she says, then I told him, why y'all doing that to her? Why are you doing that to her? You know she loves you. And she said specifically, Nikki, why are you doing that to Nikki? You know she loves you. And I was just like, yeah, because he had been doing some strange things. And I confronted him about it. And he just looked at me. And I said, I know that this lady who raised me, but I didn't say that at that time when I was talking to him because I thought she was my mother. I said, I know she's sending you over here. I know she's sending you here. He came over there one day. I just wanted to bring you some fruit. Motherfucker, I've been over here for 11 years. Been living around the corner longer than that. You live right around the corner. You don't want to send me no fucking fruit. You don't want to bring me no fucking fruit. I get it. We got too much of it from the, you know how they say that. I got too much of it from the market or the pantry. No, you don't want to bring me no motherfucking fruit, nigga. And this was when these motherfuckers was doing their black magic witchcraft and all of the dream infiltration and all of that shit. No, and I said, no, you don't. I said this to him. I said, no, you don't. You don't want to bring me no extra fucking fruit that you have. And he just stopped and looked at me like, okay. And I said, I know she sent you. At the time I'm thinking my mother, I said, I know my mother sent you over here. Why is she sending you over here to be all up in my business? What is this? What's going on? No, that ain't it. I just was thinking about you. I said, you've been over there for how many years? I've been over here 11 years. You never thought about bringing me no extra fruit before? You never thought about bringing me anything before. You've never even called me to see are you okay over there. Never done anything concerning me before. I live right around the corner from you. So why are you doing it now? What is she sending you here for? Did he tell you that, Miss Ma'am? Next thing I know, I leave up out of there. He did. Yeah. And then the girlfriend comes telling me, girl, when he died, he wasn't even gone that long before his sister came up at the house banging on the door talking about where's his insurance policy or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, well, that sound like that's all they're interested in is money. I don't know what demon in what now y'all made vows to. I don't care. It's not my issue nor my problem. You ain't gonna get me put up no house. I pay my rent. Now maybe what I should do is get some more paperwork from the person and the company that runs this house that I live in to show. I've been here 2 years to show my account, to show my payments. I got them my own fucking self. See, I keep my paperwork, which is good. Like I showed all that shit to dispel all that bullshit Brown Joe Bellamy was saying. I keep my shit. And to show how many complaints he's had, the person who runs this and the company have had about me, which would be 0. Maybe I'll do that today. Ask him to email me that information so I can show it on here before you go through with your little tricky dicky bullshit. Now, let me see. When I lived in Cleveland Heights, does it really know where I was living then? See, you just done Googled me and watched me and followed me all over the place. Was she following me in, then? I mean, how do you have time to go to school? How do you have time to work a job? How do you have time to do anything? There was a reader on here a while ago who I listened to regularly, a long time ago, and said that these bitches is following you, ma'am. You probably don't know or you're not paying attention, but they are following your motherfucking ass. 2 of them, which led me to think Bree probably did see me when she was here, besides that Panera shit. I never saw her. Was Rich driving by the house that I lived in Cleveland Heights. That was on like a main street, side street, but still like a main street. Ridiculous. Did she ever approach the landlord of that house? No. I didn't think so because that lady didn't live here. That lady lived in Arizona. Now that bitch got mad because I moved out. I left. That's when I went to New York. And why was she mad? She wouldn't even give me my security deposit back. I said, bitch, you're retaliating because I'm leaving. because because I'm leaving. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. But why was she mad? Because I paid my fucking rent. I was a dependable tenant. Never gave her an ounce of issue, no problem. Never. Now, bitch, I think you done been kicked out of places for not paying your motherfucking rent. Because you want to be happy. I need the money. I want to be happy. I'm happy when I have a roof over my fucking head. I ain't never been evicted from no fucking place. I pay my rent. And whatever other bills I have, they're paid. And no, I'm not a fucking prostitute. And I don't get paid for laying on my back and allowing men to stick it all up in me or some woman to bump all up on me and give me money for it. But motherfucker, if I wanted to, that's my fucking business. Rent paid. I don't understand how women who do hoe don't get shit out of it. But your rent ain't paid. But Tom, Dick, and head, Tom and his hairy dick be all up in your house, all up in you 24/7. But you're being evicted. Why? And you was one of them. That ain't right. Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's what you're going to do, and that's the life you're going to live, hell, at least you shouldn't be being evicted. I ain't telling nobody to do that. So, bitch, if that's your fucking next game, you can forget it. And one time this man did tell me last year that there was some strange folk asking about me. Howsoever, at the time when I looked at him like, what? But at the time I said, okay, it might have been such, 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 such. But now I'm not too sure. Last year, when my downstairs neighbor told me some strange folk had been asking about me, were any of these people who had been on that little plot and plan to destroy me? Okay, no. Okay, it was all the people that I knew that I thought it was. Okay. Did you you can forget it. So what I'm gonna do today, when I get off of here, I'm gonna contact the person who runs this property and have them to draft me up a letter stating, now everybody's gone. Zero. I'm gonna have them draft me up a letter stating that my rent has been paid not only on time, but before time, most of the time, since I've been here. And then I'm going to have him draft me, also put in there all the amounts of complaints that he's ever gotten about me in this house, which he has verbally said to me, I've never gotten a complaint about you. I have never had an issue with you. Absolutely not, because I live drama free. Like my former friend from Howard with his sucker free movement. I live sucker free. That's why you ain't in my fucking life, bitch. Sucker free. I don't have no suckers in my life. None. Now, Dion, if you got your mind right and you thought I was halfway cute, then you can be back at the gym so I can talk to you. And you just as cute as you can be. Just don't be dumb and fuck your life up over people whose whole world and realm is just fucked. You can call me when you need somebody to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guaranteed. Two shuffles. Okay. Let's see what we need to know from this. Okay. Prince of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands. Upright. Four Pentacles. Upright. Princess of Wands. Upright. Okay, Four of Cups. In reverse. I mean, you still you trying to be tricky dicky once again. Lying to people, trying to pretend like you're so sweet. I remember you used to try to do that soft talk around me, and I was just like, I'm like, I knew this girl when I was with the Hebrews. This girl was spitfire. I mean, just really, really a fiery chick. Real short, very petite. Okay. She was very dark skinned, beautiful girl. Somebody you would look at, you wouldn't think in a million years. That's why you don't go by how people look. You wouldn't think in a million years she was the way she was. She was just like, wow. She just wasn't for nobody's shit. But that's one thing she used to do. She used to talk real soft, real soft. You could barely hear her. Until somebody pissed her off. Or until she felt she had to say something that needed to be said. Then everybody could hear. The world could hear. Goddamn, people down the street could hear fucking ass. So that guy that I was talking about, Nehemiah on here, that I married, he said to me, oh, she just does that to pull people in. That soft, sweet. So soft. And I'm so sweet, and I'm so demure, and I'm soft, and I'm sweet. Doesn't me talking soft like this, and doesn't that mean that I'm sweet and kind? That's bullshit. Because you were the one, Ms. Rita, who told me about that book that you kept trying to get me to read about all the archetypes or women archetypes and some shit like that. You kept talking about it over and over and over again. I didn't have no interest in the book, but I would listen to you. So what you did was read that book and decided, that's how I'm going to be sweet. Just because you do that doesn't mean you're sweet. Usually people like that are diabolical as hell. Baby talking shit. That way I can fool people and get what I want. The fuck out of here. Yet you're still holding on here. Okay. Trying to obtain something. Okay. Trying to beat me, I'm hearing. Okay. Trying to get what belongs to me. I'm hearing what's ordered for me, what's ordained, okay, for me to pick up and have is what I'm hearing, okay? And thinking that you're going to, a child here, a child's mind, very immature, emotionally stagnant and immature, okay, thinking that you're going to rule and be over something, taking a cup you ain't got no business taking. Okay, being involved in things, and I am hearing that don't concern you, so try to be in my business. Ace of Swords, upright. Eight of Pentacles, in reverse. Ace of Cups, in reverse. Queen of Wands, in reverse. Okay. Looking for a new plot and plan, a new scheme. Okay, and every single thing you do here, it's not working, and you're acting out of lack of self-love. I mean, it could all be so simple. How many years of doing this over and over and over again, gathering new people, and too bad for them, they just don't. Okay. For the karma to be reaping on their head and then coming in my psychic gap, telling me about their fucking problems and whatnot. That ain't right. People shouldn't pick on people. Well, you did it. You involved yourself, and now you're being picked on. You targeted me, and now you're being targeted. But you think I don't know that it's you in the psychic gap. And it's so funny to me. Let me see. The person that comes to me in my psychic app that I'm talking about that claims she's being targeted by somebody named Jocelyn, is that somebody who was involved in this shit to target and gang up on me? Y'all hear my stomach growling, okay? Yes. Bitch, I know it's you. And now now your job is at stake. You gotta they won't let you they won't promote your motherfucking ass, and they following you everywhere you fucking go. And here you come to me in my psychic app, the person that you joined a group with to target. Can you help me, bitch? And that's what y'all do. Who knows how many others of you are in my psychic app who was in this group deciding to target me, coming to me for help. The man don't love me no more. Can you tell me why? Let me see. Is it more people coming to me in my psychic app that I'm on who are part of this group targeting me to destroy me? Mm-hmm. Will I get a new love? I don't like the way this woman talk to me. She won't treat me right. I want somebody who gonna at least say good morning to me in the morning. But you coming to me now for help. When you probably sit there and like, she ain't no real psychic. She fake and phony. Now you're coming to me, paying me at that. And here you are, Queen of Wands in reverse. Don't know what you're doing, where you're going. Don't have no power. Just not in empower. It's power, empowering yourself. Okay. And I can say this shit over and over and over again. Doesn't mean anything. The Hierophant upright. I mean, it does. The world upright. Okay. Six of Pentacles upright. Institutions here involved. That's what I'm saying. RICO. Organized crime. Not only that, the man, my downstairs neighbor, I don't know who that man is. All I know, when they first moved in here, like I said, the first thing that popped up, I don't care what he looks like. If you were to see him, you would think, ain't no way in hell that man is no agent. Stop thinking that what you see on TV, in the movies, and all of that type of shit is how it is, because it's not. You expect somebody, they have to have on a nice suit and be nicely built and all of that kind of thing. Okay. For them to be a particular thing, for him to be some kind of agent. No, they don't. And agents, sometimes they're not always, they might just be a regular citizen. I don't know what the fuck, who this man is, where he's from. I don't know what he did in the country he came from, what kind of ties he has or anything like that. I don't know. It could be some kind of, like I said, plea deal type thing or whatever. You don't know. But then again, he could, whatever ranks they have to go through, okay, to be some kind of a government agent, he could very well have done that and be that. He does not in any way, shape, or form look like that at all. But if the pendulum is right and my intuition is right, then that's exactly what the fuck he is. Institutions here, government and all of that type of shit. You don't know. You may just walk your ass into some shit that's gonna get you in all kind of trouble. Okay. Bringing your bullshit to an end for fucking money. I'm here to establish something for yourself, to be great, to be somebody, to be seen, to be known. Yeah, you can be seen and known, all right. The Hermit, upright. Ace of Wands, upright. Okay. Six of Cups, in reverse. Okay. You need to really stop and do some, you're so far gone. You are so fucking far gone. It means something about mind implementing or implemented in the mind. hatred implemented in the mind, hatred of self, distant, I'm hearing, gone. It's not there. I'm hearing like you're fixed, like not pliable, not moldable, like you're fixed, fixated on something, fixated on this, okay? And you can't be moved. Okay. And if you honestly think, because I've been hearing these readings talking about people doing this shit to people, trying to stop them or trying to stagnate them, distract them, wanting them to fight, wanting them to get mad, and whatever. That's just so dumb. Human beings, part of being human is getting mad. If somebody's bothering you and harassing you, you can get mad. But then they gonna say, see what I told you. That's so dumb. Who cares what they say? That's just stupid. That person gets mad. Everybody gets mad. If somebody's stalking you, harassing you, you have a right to get mad. Ain't no need for you to sit up there and say, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I can't show my mad. I can't show my mad. Because then they'll say this about me. Who gives a fuck what they say about you? It's not about what they say about you. People say a lot of things. Doesn't mean anything. You have a right to. I ain't telling nobody to go out there and hurt nobody. And if you get to cussing and all and yelling and whatnot, and you ain't hurt nobody because you're angry, you're frustrated, it's bothering you. So the fuck what? That don't prove shit. That just prove that person is an idiot, and people just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like they say the same thing. They on drugs, they alcoholic, they a prostitute. Just the same shit over and over and over again. That has no meaning and not based in anything. To try to make you look back to who? To yourself? Or to a bunch of defunct folk, soulless beings, mind gone beings that are stalking and harassing people. If somebody is stalking you and harassing you and so on and so forth, and they get you on camera upset and angry, no, let's stop and think. Let's put our thinking caps on. First of all, why are they recording you? Number one. Why are they in any kind of reach to record you and video record you? Why? And you're telling people this person stalking harassing me, and yet they got a recording of you being angry because they're stalking you and harassing you. Why do they have that? Why are they if they claim they ain't doing it? Why are they anywhere near you, stalking you and recording you? Let's put our thinking cap. Take off the dunce cap and put on the thinking cap. Stop allowing their lying ass narrative to be yours. It's not. Number three, who are they to say how a human being should and should not respond to being stalked, harassed, lied on and so forth? This is how they're supposed to behave. Who is that person? They don't get angry. They don't get upset. If they don't, then something's wrong. They're mental. They need to go seek some psychotherapy. A psychotic. They might be a straight up psychopath. Because that's not normal. To not get angry, to not get upset. That's not normal. It's what you do with it. Even the manual say, that's why I said we got a whole manual. Don't know, but everybody thinks they're above it. That says, be angry, but what? Sin not. You have a right to be angry. Jesus got angry, okay? Get the fuck. Y'all done turned my father's house into a temple of thieves. You have a right to be angry. But he did something. He kicked their asses out with the cat of nine tails and all of that shit, the whip and shit. Get the fuck out, motherfuckers. Okay. But ain't nobody telling you to do all that. You have a right. Okay. Anybody telling you you don't, and see how they's acting, no, that person is a psychopath. And also, why are they recording you being angry? They're a psychopath. That's how that works. Fuck out of here. This the same old shit over and over again. That would be the question. Why are you recording that person? Because not only this person saying that you're stalking them and harassing them and whatnot, you're recording them, so you're harassing them all the more by recording them. So if you weren't stalking and harassing them, you are now by recording them. Did they give you permission to record? Did you ask that person for permission to record them and put it all over the internet and show it all over town and all of that type of stuff? See. Did you ask that person, could you do that? No, you didn't. So you are, not only are you harassing them, okay, it's like you poking the bear. So you are stalking them and harassing them, if nothing else, then in that very moment, by getting your motherfucking phone out and recording their fucking ass. Because a person has a right to be left alone. A person has a right to privacy. A person has a right to, if they want to be angry and yell and cuss, leave me the fuck alone, and all of that type of stuff, they have a right to do that. Be angry, but sin not. They have a right to do that. But they also have a right to not be recorded. Did you ask them if you could record them? No, you didn't. You're trying to prove something. Prove something to who? Who are you trying to prove something to? Also, it's a group of you all stalking and harassing this person. And trying to catch them off guard. No, sounds like to me that what that person is doing is being truthful with themselves and living in their truth, that this person has angered me. Now, this person has caused me frustration in my life. So I'm responding to it by telling them to leave me the fuck alone or cry, whatever the fuck. They have a right to do that. But they also have a right to privacy. I mean, these are just rights, natural rights. Fuck the law. Well, natural law, spiritual law, they have a right to that. And who are you to take that away from them? To prove to who? What group are you proving this to? What's the group? Okay, so now it's a group involved that's stalking, harassing this person that you're going back to. So that's organized crime. So that person isn't the problem. You're the problem. The person who's doing the recording, to go back and tell everybody, see, you are the fucking problem. Why won't you leave that person alone? Why won't you leave them be? Why won't you leave them in a space to go ahead and cry it out or whatever it is? Why are you all up in their fucking space? Now, whoever you're going to get back to, taking it back to, who are those people? Does that person that you're recording know who these people are? They have a right to, because you're taking their image and you're taking their behavior, so on and so forth, and showing people who are these people. And again, you don't get angry, you don't get upset when someone's bothering you and poking you and stabbing at you. Then what you need to do is you need to call Cleveland Clinic, okay, or what, the local doctor's office, and make an appointment, because you more than likely you have psychopathic tendencies. Someone who refuses to live in their truth. And you might have some physical ailments as well, because obviously you don't live in your truth. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, why the fuck are you following that person to even record them in the first fucking place? whether it be physically following them out there in them streets or following them here on their social media. Why are you following that? If that person is a problem for you, that you have to go back and show people, see, they're mad, they're angry. Why are you, then you have some kind of issue with that person? Why are you following them? Okay. You are the one that needs to be called into question, not that person. It's been past time for you to go and to do some kind of hermit mode. Damn sure leave me alone and figure out what the fuck is wrong with you and your problem. But we already know. You think you're going to get something. Okay. And I'm hearing the shit has already been said and done, but you refuse. You absolutely refuse to let it go. Okay. And to move on with your life. You think this is going to bring you some kind of power or some shit like that. Okay. Okay. Or maybe you're trying to bring me up out of hermit mode or whatever, what you think is hermit. I'm not in hermit mode. Just because I don't talk to any of you people and have been away from you people for God knows how long doesn't mean I'm in hermit mode. I will never be back around there. Okay. But, never say never, but I will never be back around there. Any of you. But you are following me. Okay. And this childhood shit, you try your childhood, you had a fucked up childhood, okay, and you're trying to get out of your torment concerning it, okay, but the party's over, okay, all of the fun and like and all that type of shit is over. I don't know, maybe you're not you having some problems taking care and handling your business. And that's another thing. Sometimes when I listen to some of these readers, this whole thing about they hate that you're independent. What world do y'all live? I don't understand what world, dimension, and space and place and time do y'all live in? Like the girl said, you get a job and you pay your fucking bills. Why is that difficult? I just don't understand. Why is that hard? Okay, maybe it's the emotional attachment, a codependency that you need to have on another person. That's why you need to do this. Go here. You're not here for other people. Okay, relationships and all that kind of shit, that's great. That's wonderful. When it is great and wonderful and not fake. But who's stupid enough? Well, let me not say that. Okay. Focus on yourself. And when you are knowledgeable of truly knowledgeable of self, than those of like minds. Who is my mother and my brother, except those that hear that words and follow me? Those of like minds, okay, will come into your view, okay? But you don't understand that, and you're determined, okay, that you're going to do something to me. You're not. Okay. Now I'm going to get that letter from my landlord, get that email, and I'll show it online. And I'll talk to the person downstairs one more again, so that he has an understanding. Don't do that with me. The mind game, the play, to satisfy some weird woman in her family. Funny, I've been thinking about moving anyway. And when I do, and if I do, it's going to be the same as it's always been. Before I lived in my grandmother's house and after, you're never a problem. Your rent is always paid, either before time or damn sure on the first. Not a second later. Now you try to get me kicked out of my house. That's what's going to happen to you. Did this girl I'm talking about, Azrita, did she lose a job recently? Okay. Just like y'all tried to get me fired from the district. in that district. Lawsuit coming. Bitch, we got a job for you. I know you do. I know you do. You're welcome anytime. I know I am. Never a complaint from that job either. Never, not one. You're always on time. You're excellent sub. You do whatever the fuck we ask you to do. I know. Thank you. Wish we could have you back here. Hopefully we can. I know. I was having a conversation with my daughter one day and I was telling her, what the fuck is life here all about besides being the best you that you can possibly be? It ain't about these jobs and all the fancy shit and all the bullshit. Being you, the best you that you can possibly be, which takes a lot of introspection and blah, 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 all of that shit. You don't be the best you can possibly be by trying to tear someone else down and destroy them because you're jealous of them. Now you can keep going with the black magic witchcraft, trying to fuck me, bother me in my ear, all that dumb shit that you do every night. So is this girl trying to get me kicked out of my house? Okay, keep trying. Like I said, trying. It will not be. Okay. Did she get kicked out of hers? No. Okay. Is she going to? Okay. Fair warning for your fucking ass. Yes. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Okay. I hate to say, but you're not. You can get all of Cleveland involved. I give no fit nuts. This is my motherfucking city. I don't give a fuck. I will be here until it's time for me to leave. If that ever is. I don't care. Because see, wherever I go is where I go, is where I am. And that's the same for everyone. You done got money, you still ain't happy. You done got the degree, you still ain't happy. You done got all the surgery, done fucked up your body, you still ain't happy. And who knows what else the fuck you got that you was determined what's gonna make you happy, and you still ain't happy. But I understand it's part of the organized crime against me. Now, like I said, I'm gonna get that shit drafted up from my landlord. Okay. And if need be, I'll have another conversation with this person that lives in this house. And like I told him this morning, no, not me. Don't do that. I'm not me. Do it with somebody else, like the little dumb girl who approached you, or whoever approached you that she works with. But again, I don't know if this man's some kind of agent or something, bitch. You just dumb, just done walked in and just. Anyway, I hope that you all will have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay, and get all the food that you need to get there before the stores close up on you, and all that kind of shit. All right, you all have favor. Peace.